Also this hour in Sumter, he's okay. He's okay. I'm going to say that up front. In Sumter, South Carolina, a dog had a rough time after getting stuck in a dryer vent. We're told that Spike was, quote, sniffing out mischief when he trapped himself. The hound's head, as you can see, can be seen sticking out of the house. Police eventually got him out. They say Spike's doing just fine now.
Look how cute he is. That's a big dog to be stuck in such a small space. All right, that does it for this hour of Good Day Tampa Bay.
8 o'clock hour starts right now.
Get your day started the right way with Good Day Tampa Bay.
Right now at 8, Florida's population boom is showing signs of slowing down. Why the Sunshine State might be welcoming fewer new residents in the coming years.
An unusual sight on a river, how scientists are using flashing lights and bubbles to help migrating fish.
I've had people ask me, were you ever scared? I said, I don't know. I probably was, but I had a job to do and I did it.
And on this Pearl Harbor Day, a 106-year-old Clearwater veteran reflects on that dark day 82 years later. And good morning, it's 8 o'clock. I'm Laura Moody.
And I'm Russell Rhodes. Thanks for being here, everybody. Hey, Dave.
Hey, good morning. Starting to warm things up now. 51 degrees in Tampa. Yes, we're going to get close to 70, no doubt. Still, even though we're starting in the lower 50s, look at all the 40s that we still have. And the 30s, where it's 37 in Crystal River to Brooksville, 43 Wesley Chapel, and 40 degrees in Brandon. Notice along the coast south of Tampa, everybody's gotten back at least into the lower 50s. So mostly sunny. The dry air is going to warm up quickly as our winds shift to more of a northeast to east direction. That will allow us to get up to around 70 degrees today. Even warmer for tomorrow and Saturday, Elise. I'll have those numbers in a couple minutes.
All right, Dave, thank you. 8:01 is our time, and busy out there on the roadways. Here is a crash at I-4 at Hillsborough Avenue. You can see it off to the side. It's causing quite a delay into that area, of course. And then here is a look at 75 just at the south apex. You can see that volume building. There is a crash just over the Manatee River there, so tight ride for you into that area. But we'll head to the rest of the roadways where we do have a crash out there right now on Big Bend Road at Lionheart Street. You can see 301, some southbound delays there, and northbound on 75 around Big Bend. That's a slow ride for you too. Further south into around Sarasota and Venice, 75 and Sumter Boulevard, there's a crash there, but a lot of green around that scene, so not causing a major backup right now. Your big bridges, those are all in good shape. And here's a look at your toll routes. The Vets, 49-minute delay for you because of that crash that was sitting out there earlier. Your Selman, about a 23-minute ride now, and your Polk Parkway, that's moving along just fine. Russell and Laura?
Thank you, Liz. A record number of people are moving to Florida, but the surge may start to slow down.
And Walter's here now with details from a new report from state economists who are saying that the trend could change in the coming years.
Laura and Russell, good morning to you. We saw 359,000 new people move to Florida this past year. We know our beautiful beaches, warm weather, no state sales income tax, huge selling points, but not for everyone. Based on these population trends, lawmakers say more needs to be done to strengthen Florida's healthcare system to take care of an aging population. According to state economists, the annual growth rate could dip below 1% in the 2030s. This past year, Florida grew by 1.61%. Guys.
Walter, thank you. In Tampa, there are new developments this morning in the deadly Ybor City shooting that happened Halloween weekend. A suspect is facing new charges in the case.
He's just 14 years old. The announcement comes as the chief is set to give an update on efforts to increase security in Ybor. Kelly Cowan's on the story for us this morning. And Kel, that update will happen this morning?
That's right. So the police chief expected to address city council this morning. That meeting starts at 9. Probably take the mic around to 10 o'clock or so, but we won't bet on that. But still, he will be giving an update on these increased police patrols that have been going on ever since that shooting on October 29th. So again, 2 behind bars. They are still looking for at least one other suspect, and they're asking for the community's help in identifying that person.
The story gets more troubling as it goes on, doesn't it? All right. Kel, thank you.
All right, it's 8:06 now, and members of the Las Vegas community are experiencing familiar, terrifying feelings after a gunman opened fire on a college campus, killing 3 people. Police say the shooter was a 67-year-old professor who'd attempted to get a job at the school. The attack happened just before noon yesterday. Officers responded to at least 3 different locations on campus and ended up killing the gunman outside the university's business school. Students say they were terrified.
I wanted to just, like, you know, run from it all, and I was just so scared. Something about it was just, you know, my heart was just pounding, everything. But when I saw the window, I was like, wow, this is actually happening, you know. I was really scared.
Campus is less than 3 miles away from the scene of the deadliest mass shooting in the country. The shooting at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival in 2017 killed 58 people and injured hundreds of others.
Manatee County detectives have arrested a man accused of exposing himself to several women as they walked on a nature trail, and there could be more victims. 38-year-old Chukwuma Omakangu is charged with 3 counts of exposure after incidents between July and November. They happened along the trail at Heritage Harbor Lake behind the Costco in Bradenton. Sheriff's office said he would sit in the wooded area along the trail and yell out to women to get their attention as he exposed himself. Detectives say anyone who witnessed similar acts to contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office.
Tonight, Lakeland is hosting their 42nd annual Christmas parade. It kicks off at 7 o'clock with a fireworks display over Lake Muir. At the same time, the parade will leave the RP Funding Center, making its way down Lemon Street and spreading the holiday joy throughout downtown Lakeland. It will avoid Lake Morton Drive, though, partly because of construction and also to protect the swans. The theme for this year's parade is Christmas in Candyland, and it will have over 100 floats, marching bands, and decorated trailers. The parade ends with Santa and Mrs. Claus atop their sleigh.
Well, on a good day, an inspirational 9-year-old shares her story on struggling with hearing loss.
The charming way the Tampa Bay girl is helping change the stigma of wearing hearing aids. And later, how one local community is making recycling work on a small scale, despite the challenges.
And it is time to check in with Charlie Melcher again. Hi.
Well, the elephants just aren't cooperating.
Really?
This was going to be a good little tease where I show you some Christmas decorations here at Zoo Tampa, and then we're going to pan around and see the elephants frolicking in the sun.
Yeah.
But all I have for you now is a pachyderm posterior.
Oh, well.
As they just, I think they're feeding them breakfast now.
Okay.
So, but hey, wait, you see that elephant too, right? Yeah. It's not just me. No, it's not pink, right? No. All right, everybody sees the elephants? Okay, good. I thought it was just me. Stick around, everybody. We're talking, I was joking. Sometimes it's hard to tell, I know. I'm going to tell you more about Zoo Tampa and their Christmas in the Wild celebration when Good Day Tampa Bay continues.
You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay.
Welcome back, everyone. We'll get you right outside to see what your morning commute is looking like. Here is 75 northbound around Big Bend Road. You can see a really slow ride for you. No major incidents to report, just some volume there. Here's 275 at Ashley Drive, also seeing some volume in this area. But to the rest of the roadways, to the maps we go. We do have a crash out there on Hillsborough Avenue at George Road. You can see those eastbound delays are quite heavy. Your southbound delays on the Veterans Expressway, also a really tight ride. So give yourself some extra time there. MLK Jr. Boulevard, there's a crash at Parsons Avenue. Some eastbound and westbound delays into this crash. And then here's a look at your Tampa Majors. 75 moving along. Your Vets has that volume because of that earlier crash and those delays you saw on the map. And 275 will put you about a 38-minute drive from the north apex of 75 to I-4. Dave?
51 degrees, at least outside this morning. Look at the little roller coaster we've been on in December so far. We started the month with 4 days in the 80s. Then yesterday, 66. And then by Saturday, we're back in the 80s again. So just keep going like that. It's 55 degrees from the USF Marine Science camera. And again, other than some high clouds, it's a nice start to the day. And these temperatures are going to warm up pretty quickly. 49 in West Chase at this hour. You contrast that with the 41 in Plant City. But, hey, that's warmer than you were a couple of hours ago, Plant City. You did get to the upper 30s. It's 37 in Crystal River, Brooksville, and Inverness. So sitting in the mid to upper 30s. Wow. Parts of Citrus and Hernando County. 50s along the coast from Bradenton southward. Then inland, you've seen a lot of scattered 40s throughout the area. But the air is very, very dry, and it will warm up quickly, and you won't need those winter coats in just a few hours. We're about 14, 15 degrees colder in our northern counties this morning. For the rest of us, about 7 to 9 degrees colder. Winds are shifting. They're going to go back to the northeast and then east, which is a warming wind. So as that settles in this afternoon, afternoon. That'll tend to quickly warm us up as well. It's always about the wind direction, and high pressure just scooting its way to our north, providing that northeast to east wind for today. And I was trying to find just a word to use for this afternoon, and just pleasant came up, because obviously it's cold this morning and it's really not going to be all that warm this afternoon, but just a pleasant afternoon for you, with our temperatures returning to about 70 degrees. Mostly sunny, cold start, but a very pleasant afternoon with a high temperature around 70 degrees. For boaters, a moderate chop on the coastal waters for you. Tomorrow 77, then we're 82. And then chance of rain, and we do need that coming through Sunday evening-ish time. Back to the 60s, though, for Monday.
And we are out in the Good Day Garden with David Whitwam from Whitwam Organics. We're going to get to this purple green bean.
Purple green bean.
In a minute. That's weird.
Yeah, well, look in the middle. Go ahead and take a bite. Look in the middle of that thing.
There's green.
Green as green can be.
See it?
So,
okay, see?
Purple green beans. Doesn't make much sense, does it?
No, it doesn't, but there it is. Hey, we got to go. I know you wanted to harvest some greenery. We'll do that another time?
We'll have plenty of time.
Oh, plenty of time. All right. Laura, have you ever had purple green beans?
I've not. Will you bring one in so I can try it?
I'll bring one. Well, if you stop eating them, I'll bring them in, yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring one in right now.
All right.
Bye.
See you inside. All right, see, with the street ahead, the holidays are fun, but they can be hectic on our schedules. Coming up in the next hour, how to stay ahead on your workouts during all this hustle and bustle with catch-up workouts. And Gilbert's going to be here to show us how. And then Charlie Belcher's at Zoo Tampa this morning for Christmas in the Wild. Oh, look. We're going to check in with him when we come back. A little penguin waddle.
Fox 13 Sky Fox Traffic is sponsored by Glass Doctor, custom glass solutions for your business, auto, or home.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your paint. Oh, yeah.
Charlie's World is sponsored by
the Golden Diamond Stores.
3800 Almerton Road.
Good day, Tampa Bay, and happy Thursday to you. I'm Charlie Belcher, coming to you from Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. We're talking about their Christmas in the Wild celebration. It's happening select nights now through December 30th. You see Santa here before the 24th, of course. Then he's gone. Very busy. I got to wrap it up here. How do people need to sign up in advance for this encounter?
You can sign up for them when you get to the zoo, but being in advance is better because they can fill up quickly.
Zootampa.org.
Zootampa.org.
Right, maybe you stand up and we'll see her one last time.
There you go, Taziri.
Ladies and gentlemen, Taziri, the shy but gorgeously cute and wonderful African penguin. Laura Moody.
So cute.
She's adorable.
She's so cute. She got embarrassed. And she came to her like a...
She tripped and it embarrassed her a little bit.
I know. That's adorable. I'm sorry. That's adorable. All right. We'll talk to you here in a little while, Charlie.
All right. Bye.
All right. Stay with us. Still ahead, it could be one of the most dramatic shifts in college sports history. The potential rule change that would affect thousands of athletes across the country.
You are so good at gift giving, but it was exhausting for me.
Next live, Natalie Portman.
Kelly and Mark, today at 10 on Fox 13. Get your day started the right way with Good Day Tampa Bay.
We begin this half hour with a news alert on a fatal crash overnight.
Now, it happened on the Skyway Bridge, and we've now learned it was because of a suspect in a stolen car who drove in the way, killing an Uber driver and a passenger.
The Florida Highway Patrol just released pictures from the scene. Here they are. They tell us the suspect was in a stolen Mustang and was trying to get away from law enforcement. They say he crashed into a minivan that was driven by the Uber driver, who had 3 passengers in the car. Those passengers were from Ohio, and one of them died, along with the Uber driver. Our Walter Allen is following this story for us. He's going to have the very latest coming up at 9.
Israeli forces in southern Gaza say they're closing in on the home of one of the top leaders of the Hamas terror group. But as the number of civilian casualties also continues rising, there's mounting calls for a ceasefire in the war. Israeli forces are continuing to advance ground and air operations deeper in the southern part of the region. And with combat zones constantly expanding, tens of thousands of Palestinians in densely packed neighborhoods have few places to shelter from Israel's blasts.
The U.S. military says it's grounding all Osprey aircraft after a crash off the coast of Japan killed 8 airmen last week. In a statement, the military says the move is, quote, out of an abundance of caution. The Osprey has long been plagued by safety concerns. 20 U.S. service members have been killed in 4 crashes in less than 2 years.
Today marks 82 years since the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. It triggered America's entrance into World War II.
And among the first to know about the attack was a man who lives right here in our area. And he is almost 107 years old. Bill Monfort was a young radio operator on a Navy destroyer when he heard the call. He'd just gone on watch. The day that will live in infamy is a scene that lives in Bill's memory more than 8 decades later. And after 4 days of searching for the Japanese fleet, his ship returned to Pearl Harbor.
Still water, oil burning on the water. And I saw all them battleships sitting on the bottom. I've had people ask me, were you ever scared? I said, I don't know. I probably was, but I had a job to do and I did it.
So brave. The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor killed nearly 2,400 American service members and civilians. Bill served through the entire war. And the walls of his room at his Clearwater Assisted Living facility, they're a history of his squadron's exploits in the Pacific, including surviving a kamikaze that nearly sank his ship. And at nearly 107, he says he feels good. Bill's birthday is next week, December 17th.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
It's an amazing story. And this morning, dozens of volunteers are honoring Pearl Harbor Day by giving back.
They're sprucing up the Veterans Memorial Park in Tampa, armed with rakes, shovels, and a lot of gratitude. And our Matt McClellan is there with them, too. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Russell, good morning. These volunteers with the Home Depot Foundation, they're doing this on their day off, and they're doing it in pretty cold conditions, I was just reminded, so we're hoping it does warm up. But 100 volunteers with the Home Depot Foundation right now getting ready to beautify, spruce up, as you said, the Hillsborough Veterans Memorial Park. Yeah, we thank these volunteers. We thank you, Jen Taylor, and we thank our veterans most of all on this Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. Hard to believe, 82 years, events like this, efforts like this project, really a great way to make sure that those attacks and those sacrifices, Russell Rhodes, were not forgotten.
True, very true. All right, Matt, thank you.
8:36 now. College athletes could be getting paychecks directly from their schools. The president of the NCAA says that he wants the organization to create a new tier for Division I athletes. The new group would have to offer half of its players a payment of at least $30,000 a year. Now, the NCAA president, Charlie Baker, also proposed allowing D1 schools to offer unlimited educational benefits and enter into name, image, and likeness partnerships with athletes. The idea stems from a 2021 policy change that lets students profit from sponsorship deals. Baker says a split would also address disparities in school resources.
Things have changed, haven't they? Wow. All right, and check this out. Traffic control for fish. In California, underwater lights, noises, and bubbles are rising out of a section of the Sacramento River. This is nothing to be worried about. The California Department of Water Resources installed an underwater structure designed to prevent fish from making a wrong turn. You can see the flashing yellow light emanating from underwater and rising bubbles on the river surface. It's all to help endangered Chinook salmon, which sometimes take a wrong turn on their way to the ocean, where the Sacramento River meets the Georgiana Slough. The bioacoustic barrier spans the entire entrance to the slough with the goal of scaring the fish away from the entrance and keeping them on their natural path in the main body of the river and away from predators. Even if they do cross the barrier, officials say the fish are not harmed by it.
So far, we talked to the local folks and explained detail about the project, and they are really excited because we are doing something to save salmon.
Well, the device is far enough underwater to not interfere with boat traffic, and it does not interrupt the flow of water. Officials are now tagging juvenile Chinook salmon with GPS trackers and releasing them into the river to see how effective the barrier is.
I hope the little fishies find their way. It's a good idea.
I wonder how they came up with that. And what type of light and how strong the light. Well, they probably had to try it multiple times, different ways, until they figured it out. But that's cool. Because they can't read. You can't put this way with an arrow.
No.
They don't follow that.
I thought salmon innately knew how to get back.
They do. But maybe in the last couple of decades, something's changed geography-wise that has thrown them off a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe the river or something, maybe that slough, as you were talking about, has made it a little more complicated.
Okay.
We're just helping them out.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we're going to catch them.
Or we've done something to that.
Listen. I was walking around.
You walked around it. I walked
right into it. Okay, 840. We've got temperatures in the lower 50s right now in Tampa, mid 50s out along the coast. As warm things up with that dry air in place, the lighter winds that we've had, and yes, there is your high, thin overcast, which we've kind of gotten used to so far with this El Nino pattern and that subtropical jet just kind of riding across, folks. So other than some high clouds, it's going to be another mostly sunny and beautiful day. Look at the temperatures fall. And when they fell quick, too. We got down into the mid 40s. At about 5 o'clock this morning, Tampa was at 46 degrees. Now, we're back up to 51. It's 46 in Lakeland. Still a couple of upper 30s, Brooksville to Ocala. Hang in there, guys. We're going to get you up there over the next, say, 3 to 5 hours. Our winds are going to shift a little bit. First northeast, then east, allowing us to warm up a little bit. It will not be anywhere near as windy as it was yesterday, okay? And high pressure sneaking up to our north and to our northeast. That shifts our winds, warms us up. And yeah, I think today we get back up to 70, despite the fact that many of us were in the 30s and 40s this morning. So right around 70 today, mostly sunny. Yeah, cold to start, but pleasant to finish. Tonight, the clouds are going to roll back in again. Lows in Tampa in the upper 50s, obviously a little bit cooler inland and north, but definitely not as cold as this morning. Then variable clouds for your Friday, seasonable. Tomorrow's highs go into the upper 70s for you. Boaters much nicer on the coastal water. Still a moderate chop. Seas running 2 to 3 feet, but no caution flags or advisories or anything like that. Your next 7 on Saturday. 30 morning, and on Saturday it's going to be 82. Cold front coming through on Sunday, line of rain probably not until Sunday evening. Then it cools back down to the 60s for Monday. Hey, it's 8:42. We got a lot more coming up on Good Day. We are back in just a couple of minutes.
The Fox 13 Care Force has teamed up with Metropolitan Ministries for a holiday campaign we call Triple Match.
Just take out your camera, click on the QR code, and the amount you donate will be tripled.
That's 3 times the money.
Which provides 3 times the food.
It's an easy way to triple the chance of giving hope to Bay Area families in need.
You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay.
Welcome back. About 15 minutes away from the top of the hour now. And this week, we've been taking a look at the local recycling industry, what works, what doesn't, and some of the myths people have about the process.
This morning, Mark Wilson shows us what recycling utopia looks like. And Rosebud Continuum is open for tours and field trips. If you're interested in finding out more, you can go to their website, rosebudcontinuum.net. Now, back to Charlie Belcher we go. Hey.
Russell hanging out with some gingerbread men, and oh, that always makes me a little hungry. But you don't worry. The food is here. The food is here to satisfy our hunger when visiting Zoo Tampa and Lowry Park for Christmas in the Wild. We'll see what Chef Adrian has come up with this year when Good Day Tampa Bay continues.